Cervical cancer is the second most common cancer among women. Having regular smears can reduce the risk of developing the disease, but Asian women are one of the worst at getting regular checkups. Melda has that story.
Indian, Chinese, Korean, no matter what ethnicity, women are at risk of developing cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is one of the most preventable forms of cancer, but the low numbers of Asian New Zealanders taking part in the cervical screening program have become a concern. The National Screening Unit launched the Asian Cervical Screening Communication campaign in Auckland last month.
The rates of participation in cervical screening from Asian women are lower than other women. The rates of participation of Asian women is below 50%. So we're particularly keen for Asian women to participate in cervical screening.
There are many reasons why Asian women don't have cervical smears. It's complex. A lot of it's due to migration effect. When they come to New Zealand, they think of their families first and not themselves. Lack of knowledge, fear, language barriers, the cost barrier that in their own countries, particularly mainland China, they expect services to be free. So it's a lot of things that compound, so it becomes greater barriers for them.
Cervical cancer is primarily caused by a virus, and every year around 200 New Zealand women develop this cancer. Early detection through regular screening can prevent cervical cancer by 90%.
Cervical screening is very effective. If women participate regularly between the ages of 20 and 69, and by regularly I mean if they have a smear test every 3 years, they can effectively prevent cervical cancer from occurring.
One woman who knows this to be true is Polly Chan. 3 years ago, her test showed the abnormalities on her cervix.
I am so lucky. If I had not had regular screening, they wouldn't have found the abnormality and treated it immediately before the cancer could develop.
The youth also has a little problem because of they are shy, and most Asians are more conservative, and culturally they do not like to speak of these kind of things in public unless they find someone who they can really trust.
Yes, actually we know Korean women know about cervical screening very well, but its problem is, I think, firstly it is a language barrier, and also a little bit is lack of knowledge about information medical thing, and most think the other thing maybe with lack of this Korean doctor.
We know we can talk to you.
We see now possibly about 60 women per year dying of cervical cancer, and those rates have dropped dramatically, about 60% since the program's been in operation, showing very well that if women do participate in screening, they can very effectively prevent cervical cancer.
A cervical smear every 3 years can save your life. For more information, contact this number.